Gamers, we are back with more Bazaar. Last one was pretty good, man. And yes, I know I got 20 ranked tickets, okay? There's a little thing called preseason, there's a little thing called the season, there's a little thing called the playoffs. I don't know if I'm tuned up for the regular season, much less the playoffs right now. I wouldn't want to burn a rank ticket that could give me a chance at, like, you know, Pig's satin rug or something like that. Could be worth a lot of money someday, you never know. I'm sorry, there's been a lot of dead air. I don't know what to take. Shovel is like it's a fan favorite because you get a small item, and it's the tier of the shovel. So the fact that it starts at silver is actually pretty great. But like, this is pretty much useless by itself. This is pretty much useless by itself. It's actually, it might even be worse than useless by itself. But with a puffer, it goes crazy. But this, I'm sorry, I know it looks very similar to our last build already, but like, it's just something I gotta do, man. I really like, I like the ammo builds. Now you have to have something. You have to have the ability to deal damage. I guess I would go against the drone. I don't know what kind of cooldown reduction I'd be looking for. Powderhorn, not exactly like a big get here. But you know what? It could steal the slow. Just like the title track from the Elemental soundtrack. Actually, the title of the track is Steal the Show, so it's not the title track. Otherwise, then the title track would be Elemental. You get the idea. One thing's for certain, though. I think if we got the bronze Langzhan, we would toss it on the pile here. It is better than any two of my medium items stacked together, I think. Trained would be an interesting skill, too. Okay, that is interesting. Whenever you slow, a weapon gains 5 damage. Sounds minor, but could be kind of major, man. Okay, I'm so sorry to you, but the right play is the double barrel, man. It's that good. Yeah. And then you do... Yeah, yep. I mean, actually, you know what? We could probably do that instead. Not that I expect it to make a big difference, but the double barrel is legitimately, like, amazing. You saw the kinds of damage that it was doing for us last time, and you saw that it was able to get us some dubs even early last game without having any reloading. Now that we've got some reloading, the DPS out of this should be kind of nutty. And I was going to say it's at the silver level, but that's not true. They got the same skill as me, man. They do also have Life Preserver, which is very annoying. But we should clear them, because we got regen. We do need to put out damage a little faster. When they come back with 200 HP, I mean, as long as we're ahead of 200 HP when the sandstorm hits, we don't really care. Or as long as they're below us when the sandstorm hits. Yeah, I think you're paying the iron price, brother. It was actually pretty close. Oh, here, I'm being added in my wife's chat. Tomo through... Yeah, I can hear you. You might ask yourself why I need to be summoned. Can you type where the vomit is in chat? So I'm not searching the entire house. It's a question I've asked myself a few times as well. Let me... I'm going to take 10 regen early. It gives us a great amount of sustenance. These are literally all useless for us. Your leftmost weapon does plus 20 damage. Is not useless for us, though. That's like that's an immediate upgrade. Now, you look pretty cool, dude. But I'm not sure I can take you. I think I got a XP max. And obviously, we also need to, like, fill our board. But I think we got a great opportunity for, like, just pure momentum-based gameplay here. So I'm gonna stack it up like this, and then I'm gonna go clean up this vomit. I'm gonna stack it up like that. I'll be right back. All right, gamers, we are back. I thought about who to fight here, and you're interesting because you could give us Proboscis, which could play with Trained. But I don't know, we're getting to the point where, like, I know it's day 2, but that 5 extra damage to have to hit, like, a pretty crazy roll seems rough to me. Rogue Scrapper just doesn't have stuff that I love. So I think you just fight Covetous. The hope is that you get the Cloak, because I think the Cloak is the best item available. If we could get the Safe, I'd be chill. If we got Sharpening Stone, I'd be chill. If we got Grindstone, that might kind of be chill with the double barrel too. There's a lot of good hits here, man. That's good. Now, I want to say we don't have a place for it. But I think it is good. Hang on, I'm going to XP max really quick. We'll have more space on the board. We should get a bronze tier item, I think. Okay, that's kind of an insane pull. I really... this means we may never, like, find a place for the Cloak, but... You're never gonna run out of ammo. Oh man, if I could... XP max? XP max? I could take this guy, dude. I almost took him a second ago. I could definitely take you now. The Cloak doesn't have a great place to be. I'll give you that. But this is like a great one-weapon build. And it may fall apart later when, like, freezing becomes more common. But that's a long way away, bro. We're on day 2. And we've got, like, fast double barrel that life steals and has, like, a decent crit chance at least. I don't really care about this. We may care about that scrap at some point, though. I feel like this is kind of a disgusting start, to be honest. The dream would be to replace the hasted cloak with some kind of, like, shield item, I think, at this point would go nutty. I think that they got their build set up too late. That's my assessment of where they're at right now. What I mean by that is they didn't start with a silver regal blade or a silver dog. They started with a silver flail, which is not their fault. I'm sure they would have loved to have started with the silver regal blade, but just in terms of a raw threat assessment level, I think we're in the clear. So I'm feeling like we've got a ton of momentum to start with. It would be insane to upgrade the double barrel as soon as possible. It would be insane to, like, get a cove. I feel like a silver cove would go nutty, man. Free chocolate bars is nice, but I'm gonna be fishing. I'm gonna be fishing for some stuff. And, like, honestly, you guys are never gonna work with what we got going on here. So let's fish. That's insane. That's crazy. When you use another non-weapon, charge this. I mean, it's silver, so it's tempting, but we're very weapon focused. You guys aren't my guys. When you use another aquatic, we never use an aquatic, but otherwise, you're very tempting. Because we got this scrap burning a hole in our pocket. I would happily spend 5 to get 10 extra damage, which is also, it's really 20 extra damage, which is also 20 extra lifesteal. Obviously, on this one, I think I would have to be a fool to not upgrade the crow's nest to go, what is it, like 30% crit now? Or 40? 40 is, I can live with that any day of the week. And then to be honest with you, I feel like you go Scout Trooper just because we should be XP maxing. I very rarely fight this fella. I don't even know really what you have that I'd be looking for. But I don't think I'm not going to be sad to see the experience. Let's put it that way. It would be nice. Cooldown reduction on the double barrel. Or skills that, like... Because Alacrity would... The crits would only be able to hit the double barrel, which would cause it to... Yeah. You get the idea. Okay, so +1 ammo. I don't really see that as being mission critical, but it's okay. Can I say something? I think we're better off looking for, like, a large item. It's crazy to bypass a skill, don't get me wrong. Clamora, at least, is a non-weapon that fits what we're doing. I mean, for 2 gold, I'm gonna buy lighter, but I'm really not thrilled about it. We're very unlikely to find a silver double barrel at this point. The XP max comes at a bad time, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe we should be going like hasted clamora, because you're never gonna do more than 1 damage per burn. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, you reload twice. Okay, so we should be fine. Now, the big change, it might look like our board is not that much better. It's better because of the fact that the crow's nest is upgraded. That's a big part of it. Okay, they're a big shielding build. I forget what this guy does. When you shield charge this 2 seconds. You do a lot of shielding, so I feel the fear. Don't get me wrong. I feel the fear in there. Feels like we're not making much progress. That helped. Yes, dude! It's always nice seeing us on, like, full HP after that, too. Okay, fantastic. How much damage did you do, anyway? 1,400, bro! And we're gonna get a level up on you at some point. Hopefully. First time you burn, freeze. Haste and aquatic. I mean, for now, sure. 3 seconds in, freeze an item for 3 seconds. I can live with that. I think we're in a very good place to continue XP. Oh, but you put out a lot of damage. I think but we have lifesteal, man. Hang on. We have lots of regen and also lifesteal. Maybe we can actually sustain ourselves against this fella. We easily can, actually. This is very encouraging. And this is my favorite kind of Bazaar run because it's the easiest kind of Bazaar run. You get your board set early. You get a ton of momentum. Burn 10 when your enemy falls below half health. And you just kind of keep riding that as long as you can. Now, I'm sorry to do this, but I feel like you gotta go gumballs, man. Because the extra damage, if there was ever a time that it mattered, it would be now. If there was ever a time that the green gumballs mattered, it would be now. And blue is always relevant. Now, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know if we clear the Hydro dude, because I don't really know what he's all about. But I feel like this is one of the stronger runs I've ever had early on, so I think I owe it to myself to give it a try, at least. To me, it looks like we kind of take him out no problem. I mean, even the 10 burn is not, like, totally inconsequential. We got a lot of wasted space on our board, though. Basically, the right half of our board is, like, the only thing that matters. I mean, including Powder Flask, to be fair, but... Chum Bucket. Not really stoked about Chum Bucket. How about a silver tier item? You're not what I'm looking for. You're never going to be better than Double Barrel, so you gotta go. But I do appreciate all that. Okay, non-weapon items. I'm telling you, dude, the Cove would go crazy. I don't really care about a loser ray. It's kind of nice to upgrade the Clamora. I honestly, I kind of hesitate to take the Clamora because it's like a meme that I take it all the time. But I still think it's pretty good. Trying to think of what Curio could give us. It was like temporary shelter, right?
Just a matter of finding it.
That's a big sell. That's a big sell too, actually. These are pretty big sells, man. And I don't know really what we're doing with a shadowed cloak, but I'd rather have it at silver than bronze, I guess. Like you're annoying because I have to move some stuff around, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Yes. Yes. You move over. Buy me. Sell me. You move back. Stay there. I mean, 1 gold for 1 crit chance. You know what we call that? Blue gumball. So don't anchor on the idea that seems terrible. I think that's actually kind of great. That's a blue gumball, man. Little cooldown reduction. One of those. Okay, sure. I can absolutely live with this. 2% cooldown reduction is not gonna bake your noodle or anything like that, but it's something. Incendiary. I would just love to. I mean, we're very powerful right now. I would love to get to 4 wins just because that sets like a baseline of the video not being a total disaster. Now, it will be a little bit of a disaster if we don't get to 7, given that we have so much momentum right off the jump. But, like, there's different levels of disaster. I've recorded a lot of Isaac. I've experienced the gamut from the highest highs to the lowest lows with the windows down, with this song guiding you home, for example, type stuff. 782 damage. That beats 50. It does beat 50. But today, our resolution should be at least to get some function out of the left half of the board. We gotta take a peek here. You're completely useless. I've used all of my gold. No, Silencer is really... I mean, actually, Figurehead is kind of good too. But Silencer is really good, man. 15% cooldown reduction because we're only going to have 1 weapon. Oh, we need to keep you out here to enable a skill, man. Are we really going to dump Clamora? I think the answer is sadly yes. Upgrade Silver. I know it seems like this is a... I mean, it comes down... On average, the fight's going to be over pretty quick. Would you rather freeze 2 items for 1 second? Is that what we got here? Would you rather... Sorry, would you rather slow 2 items for 2 seconds or freeze 1 for 3? I think I'd rather freeze 1 for 3. I don't know really where the cloak should be. The cloak basically shouldn't be here. This is just because I have no gold. Oh my god, it's a huge buff, dude. Our weapon was a sharpening stone. And then if you could be so kind as to give me the skill that when I fall to 50% freezes all of my opponent's items, that would be beautiful, man. And you're done. Like, I was gonna say, I'm looking at your board and you're done. You got nothing. Please give me this. Petrifying Gaze. Or Vial of Blood would be pretty good too. When you poison, this gains 10 heal. Any chance that would work with our cloak? I don't think so. 9 gold. I gotta go to the docks, man. Yeah, you gotta give me something for free. And give me a shield item. We got scrap we might be able to sell into it. When this gains haste, your items gain 4% crit chance. Wait a second here. I know I'm giving up on a freeze skill. But there's something here that is surprising to me. Free item. I could have been fighting an enemy right now, man. Now, losing the freeze is bad. I'm banking on this somehow being better, which doesn't appear to make sense. All right, we're in the same boat here. We're both on a perfect game. I can't really argue that it's not fair. Hey, Tomo. What do you got? First time you slow freeze, and they slow. We got a much better double barrel. Buddy, it's not even close. Now, I don't really think you had much to do with it. Did you even get to go? You literally, nothing got to do anything except the double barrel. We killed him with double barrel doing 980 and then 20 damage of burn, I think. From our skill. First 4 times you use a weapon, charge an item, we only have 1 item that does anything. The first 4 times you use a non-weapon, charge a weapon. No. First 4 times you use a weapon, charge an item. And then I'm like, maybe we should just pull you so that you just fire as soon as possible, man. It could still charge you, though. I gotta think about this. 23 gold. Give me a non-weapon item. That's horrendous, and I'm not even gonna keep you for the tempo because your existence is an affront to me. You see what we got here. The crit chance is always welcome. I wanna against the AI when it's relatively like inconsequential. I wanna try now that we have Alacrity, running a board that only has 1 item that can receive charge, so that not Alacrity, but Flurry of Blows. So that, like, it should just go off. Oh, it's charging Powder Horn, man. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I have to keep Powder Horn out there. Still, I mean, you'd always rather your items go off more than less, but... What do you got for me? When you poison, your items gain crit chance. Not exactly what I would have picked for myself, but I am the dude who chose to fight you, so... Can't really complain. How about health, toughness, and shield items? Double shield, shielded barrel. I get it. I get it, but I don't get it. You know what whoa. Can't afford it, but I could. The idea being... Hang on. When you use another item with ammo, charge this 2 seconds. Shield equal to this item's damage. The idea would be you would put this out here. And you would dump the double barrel and the powder horn. You would haste it. It would be going off like crazy. But I just... The damage on the double barrel is just so high, man. It's bait. I know it doesn't look like bait. We don't need the shield with what we've got going on. I'll literally never learn my lesson. Give me silver tier loot I can't use. Yep, there we go. It's literally science. I don't know what you want me to say. You should never take the loot item. Now, I am going to continue to take the loot item, but do as I say, not as I do, okay? You sell smalls and larges. You buy mediums at a premium. I do feel, though, like... just having way more damage for the PvP is going to be more advantageous than taking a stab at a good item that I don't even know what I'd be looking for, to be honest. I really think we need skills. Let's see what you got here. Solar Farm. Haste, regen, and burn. We got to kill you real fast. We're going to kill you really fast. I just want to say, I know this is like an autopilot run so far, but my instincts have been pretty bang on. I'm glad we didn't pivot to submarine, let's put it that way. Okay, so like, honestly, the goggles, I think they could be good in a different board with the setup we have. They're not doing anything for us right now. And it's not even their fault. I think we go... We just kill too fast, to be honest. Our swag too tough. I think we go aquatic to look for Crow's Nest. Cove is the dream. Because it's a shielded item. You can go. I'm sorry. I think you're a great item. You can... we should really buy the Cove first. You can go. You can go. You can go. At some point, you may do something. We buy you, and we can use you as a bank, too, in case we eventually find a better item. Least adjacent items. It's just, we can't really... We can't really make it work. Now, 20 shield is very inconsequential right now. But it may not be inconsequential forever. Dude, this is a crazy shop. That's a nutty Crow's Nest, and this is a nutty silencer. What's the cooldown on this now? 2.4 seconds with a 69% crit chance? You're so good, though. You're like, oh, you can give us a great... We gotta try. You don't always have the necessary components to fight this guy, so I gotta give it a chance, man. I gotta give him a chance. I don't think we're gonna lose. I think it's just that the brute has the chance to give you such good payoff that it feels crazy to not fight him. But if we can get the skill payoff from this guy, it'll feel crazy to have not fought him. I'd really like to get this done before that anchor goes off again. That's not gonna happen. We're chill, though. We're chill. And plus, this is more XP. But the fiery rebirth is what you want to see. It's still really good from the perspective of getting 12 gold. Poison, healing, lifesteal. Well, you already have lifesteal. I gotta take a peek at this for a second. I'm going back to how Bazaar, which I've left open. So Crow's Nest. I'm in the monster section. Crow's... No, I'm in the skills section. Okay, Crow's Nest. With healing, when you crit heals 60. When you crit poison 4. Okay. Or Cove. Heal equal to this item's shield, which long-term could be good. Or poison 4.
You know we're on an important
Can you just literally chill, Vanessa? It's a complicated game. When you... Silencer is when you use the weapon to the left, heal 10, or when you use the weapon to the left, poison 1. And of course, double barrel. Double barrel. Poison 6? I mean, poison 6 firing often is kind of... heal on the Cove would also go crazy because the Cove is set to grow. What's up, my dude? But I gotta aim for poison double barrel, which will not overwrite lifesteal. Is this early on? This could apply enough poison to make a difference, I think. We do want large items, but also like having a chance to get anything is kind of crazy. Your items have plus 20% crit chance at the start of the fight. Haste 2 items for 4 seconds. If there was only a world in which I could put you on the board. Like if I could get the... I'm almost wondering if you take it in case you get a skill that reloads when you crit. At which point we could dump Powder Flask and put this out here. And it would literally only haste you and you. I think you got to take that and hold it. Now, that's a mature decision, but it could very well be wrong. I'm being serious, bro. You got to go upgraded double. They didn't want to give it to me because they know it's too good. But having a diamond double barrel on day 7, I honestly think is going to be disgusting. I think we're so far ahead of like the expected value of where we'd be at on the power curve that it's kind of gross. So they got a big sub. I'm realizing as well, we're actually stacking up like basically 24 poison every time we come off cooldown because we're critting. Not every time, but often. Like, take a peek, man. 60 poison! Look at it! 129 damage, 129 shield. 2,000 damage, 60 poison. It's literally not fair. And I haven't done anything to deserve it. I just got an incredible start, man. What do you got in here? Right. That's right. We gotta take a look at some neutral items. You're something. You're something. You're something. You buff the Cove. We don't have any other slow items. Okay. You're interesting. You're something. You're something. Then we sell to buff everything. Sell. We're just making the Cove like a little bit more useful. And then you're gonna give me +1 poison on the enchantment, which is kind of crazy. And then honestly, like these are borderline useless. We have a lot of money. I'm gonna literally take them just to buff the Cove. I'm looking for ammo skills. I think we'll go poison skills though over Vanessa skills. When you poison, your weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. I'm not stupid, right? Like that's unbelievably good for the double barrel. They love me. I don't know what you want me to say. They literally love me. Look at this. We're up to 9 poison on this guy. We should fight Cosmic Rock, because this thing firing faster will be disgusting. That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, imagine if we could make it shiny too. I'm getting greedy. Your items have plus 12% crit chance. That's good, man. That's good. We have to take a peek, I guess, for a cove or a crow's nest. Tempting. I have to say that. Because if cove is worth upgrading if you're going to hold it. And for right now, we're going to hold it. Because, it at least does something. Which we were struggling with for a while. 25 damage or more max health. I almost feel like you just go more max health so we have more time for the double barrel to scale. 10% extra damage doesn't mean that much to me. Okay, this should be interesting. 2 perfect builds going together on day 8. What do we lose to? We definitely lose to freeze. Because we only have like 2 things that can be targeted with it. And probably some other stuff that I'm not privy to. But I'm feeling pretty good. That is freeze, admit. But then we came over the top, man, and ruined their life. There's literally nothing that you can do in the Bazaar if your opponent gets a diamond double barrel. It's that you learned it here first. Even other perfect builds look horrendous in comparison, man. My one double barrel did like more than your whole board. And I want to stress again, it's not your fault. Yes! Functional loot item as well? Somebody up there likes me, bro. Look at that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know what we want. I guess I'll take 1200 shield just because it's free. I'll happily take an extract. It's 2 extra poison. That it doesn't even add up. It starts high, man. I'm gonna fight weapons platform because I think we clear it and we get the XP. I don't even know what your skills are all about, but when you use a large item, haste small items, we don't really want that. I got excited for no reason. This is crazy, man. We still really want to see ammo skills. Hang on. This is like, we're getting so absurdly lucky. We're now at a 15 poison damage son of a gun. I think it's gotta be an upgraded silencer, man. I mean, Crow's Nest has a quality all of its own, don't get me wrong, but the extra 10% cooldown reduction, you're already at 82% crit chance, man. You upgrade this son of a gun any day of the week. Slow items, imagine. Yeah, I definitely can't go for that, but when I said imagine, I was like, imagine if it was like a heavy powder horn or something. Inuzuma. Level 11. I'm not trying to get overconfident, man, but I just genuinely, like, I think it's going to take a special type of build to beat us. Pig is a freezer, so it's possible that we could be in... There is a snowball, or a snow globe. We only have a couple of different things that can even be frozen. We have 3 things that can be frozen, and it froze the two of them that doesn't matter to us at all. That's just... Sometimes you just got to accept they've chosen you, man. They've chosen us today to have a really, really, really good shot at 10 wins. And I'm very thankful for it. We literally don't need weapons. Just give me the free health. I would still like to get a cove or a crow's nest. We might not even be able to afford it. Okay, well, would you change your build at this point if you were going through what I was going through? Listen. I gotta try. Because if you get Soul of the District, you never know, man. You just never know, right? Maybe we would reconsider our present setup. I don't know. Maybe we'd think about it. It's nice to freeze it. You're literally dead. You literally did nothing. You did nothing.
Was that even a battle?
Shield equal to 2 times the value of your items. It has triple value in combat. I mean, before we do anything, we got to take a peek. Because, like, you're doing 93. You're doing 132, but, like, with twice the cooldown. So you just don't fit. We really need an ammo skill to reload every time you crit. When you crit with an item, reload another item. Okay, so that literally doesn't work. First 4 times slow, we can do better. When you freeze, reload a weapon 1 ammo. When you use an item with ammo, gain crit chance. Your items have 2 damage for each ammo you have on your items in play. Okay, that's devastating. The slow would have been better, but I was aiming for the fences. I've literally never seen this. Spin the wheel for a prize. What the heck are we doing here, man? Holy cow! What is that? An enchantment? Random enchanted item?
Get out of here and keep winning.
Obsidian shark claws. I mean, that's a great... There's a lot of bombasticness on that event, don't get me wrong. I will take Celestial Conduit. And you know, it sounds crazy. How about a Radiant Powder Flask so we never have to stop reloading our best weapon. This is honestly the most blessed run I think that anyone could have. It's the easiest, smoothest run to 10 wins. I'm not trying to count my chickens before they hatch. I'm just saying. They do have a 1900 damage lifesteal claw crusher with a 100% crit chance. Yikes, brother! We didn't get to 10? I was gonna make fun of them for their board being not even full, too. You know what? That's a nice memento mori, at least. They hit that, man. They hit that. More power to them. More power to them, you know? These gumballs are starting to fall off, but at least they do buff the cove. Sorry, I really thought we kind of had the perfect day in the bag, but you know what? I still like our chances. Although, we'll be at lethal if we lose the next one, which is kind of crazy.
Reward the peaceful, punish
No thanks.
the warful.
Sure, we'll at least take a look, y'all.
But I'm glad you bought this.
It's just not very good. This is tempting, man. But I guess 25 extra damage is pretty minor at this stage of our existence. I mean, 10 extra damage is less than 25, but this also doesn't take up a spot in our inventory, so. Was it Soul of the District? You shield equal to your current health, deal damage equal to your shield. Okay. So actually, I mistakenly was like putting respect on this guy's name. He literally has no chance to stop us. Because it takes too long for this to go off. When you use a large item, haste an item for 4 seconds is nutty, though. That seems like a great skill. I really just want to get over the top here. So, like, any temporary boost, I'm very pleased with. I would happily just lower your cooldown even more.
This will inspire the crew.
And then, sure, 87 gold. We don't want aquatic items. We could find our own rare event. We don't want weapons. We got a diamond weapon already. Sells diamond tier items is tempting. Sells burn items. It's tempting, man. But I can't help shake the feeling we could do better. Skill upgrades. First 8 times you use a weapon, charge an item 1 second. Now, I don't know if any fight we've ever had has lasted long enough for 8 weapons to fire, or a weapon to fire 8 times, but we're gonna be, if it gets there, we're gonna be charging it up. Holy, look at their double barrel, man! I died instantly. Look at that double barrel, dude. It did 9,900 damage in 1 second. Oh no, I'm going down. How about a random enchantment? Enchant an item with haste effects. Can I just see what happens here if I go to the crow's nest? When you crit with a weapon, haste an item for 4 seconds. Yeah, okay. Because our first shot is likely to crit, which is then very likely to haste, which... Dude, we may only get 9 wins today, which I honestly think is criminal. But I got nobody but myself to blame, I guess. Is what I was supposed to say. Either way, we're sticking this one out. We really want you to get all the buffs. Cove is still not doing a whole lot. I'll give you that. But it's doing more than everything else in its slot has ever done.
That's a bargain. Trash is tragedy.
We do the same, okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night, y'all. Going to bed. We need to be able to survive, well, or just kill enemies faster. Maybe freezing them early is the play, but that would require us to do some burning. Frost Street. Maybe you have a skill that could allow us to stop enemies, like just slowing them down so that we can do some damage at the start seems very critical. I'm not worried about this. Like, he's a control board, but like, what do we care, man? We only need to attack like 4 times in order to stack enough poison to ruin your life.
You stronger. Now it
I don't think that's what we wanted. Well, hang on. Hang on, man. Maybe you dump the cove. When your enemy uses an item, freeze it for 1 second. We need to not die in 1 hit. And then maybe then we could have some freeze skills. When you freeze, your weapons gain 15 damage. The first time you freeze, each fight hastes 3 items. I don't know. I legitimately, I don't know. But I think that at least we're not just, you know, riding this out and going, oh, we don't have any choice in the matter. You know, we're trying to alter our fate. I think for day 12, this build is still really strong. I don't know how I get 2,000 damage on my freaking double barrel. That's... they're also really good, man!
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
They got the animated Giga Chad pig and everything, man. Okay, please tell me they're like an infinite build and us freezing them ruins their life somehow. Come on, Iceberg. Wait a second, we're popping. Did you see the speed that we popped? I knew we had a good build. I knew it, man. I knew it. They tried to make me doubt myself, and it worked for a bit. But all that's a great 10-piece, man. Whew, exhilarate. Plus, we got to spin the wheel on that one. There was a lot of fun stuff going on there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and of course, I will see you next time. Good night, y'all.